Welcome to the press conference for Lorenzo Musetti. Please raise your hand, state your name and organisation when asking your question. Lorenzo, you're in the semi-finals at Wimbledon. How are you feeling?
I mean, probably didn't realize yet everything, and really surrounded by really good emotions, and really happy of what I have achieved today, and really happy on the way I fought until the end, and I found a way to develop my game set after set, and it was really a big reaction for me on the fifth, where I probably played my best tennis on this week.
Eleanor?
Lorenzo, Eleanor Crooks Press Association. You've lost some really tough ones at Grand Slams. I just wonder how much of those experiences helped you, and how much do you think today will help you in the semi-final?
Yeah, I mean, I've had many tough losses, especially of course the best results before this week were made in French Open, and especially also with Nole 2 times in the fifth, one time with Stefanos in the fifth, huge loss against Carlos where I didn't even play my tennis. So I think I made of course a step forward in the maturity and the experience. Probably dead losses with the all big champions made me work harder, and the win of today probably is the result, and I think I can have a chance with Nole in the next round.
Rob?
Lorenzo, can I take you back to that match at Roland Garros with Novak? The ridiculous nature of going to 2-3 in the morning. And are you quite glad there is a curfew here, so that's not going to be easy?
Yeah, I mean, before in the mixed zone I was joking about not finishing again at 3 a.m. But jokes apart, I mean, it was such a nice match. Had my chances. I didn't probably took the chances that I got, especially on the fourth, where I was leading the third and the second. So, I think I analyzed really well that match, and that key moments where I could do better, and I put myself in that position. So I think in the past weeks, starting from Stuttgart, I started to feel more continuous on the attitude, and even today I have to thank myself for the attitude that I had, especially losing the first set really not in a, let's say, positive way, where I didn't feel my serve really well. I didn't feel, let's say, the ball. I was a little bit nervous, and then immediately with a positive attitude I changed all my mindset, and also the feeling with the ball was better. So that's probably what I have to do in the next round also.
Matt?
Congratulations.
Thanks.
You played with a terrific amount of variety in your game today, and I wanted to ask you if that's something you've been focusing on developing over the past year, and is that something that has made you more comfortable on grass? The ability to use that and made you understand how to play on this surface?
That's probably something that let's say I found it more, how can I say, like words for the other guys, to be having not each shot the same, especially like with a good baseliner like Taylor. If you play like every time flat, I cannot win a point. I mean, I'm playing his game, so probably he was the strategy to try to mix every ball and try to lead the game, because a certain point of the match I felt that from the baseline I could let's say win every point, because he was let's say not in a good position with all my variation. So it's certainly something that I'm really working on it. But since I was a kid, I always I always didn't like to do the same stuff on the court and not to be, let's say, monotomatic on the court. So probably it's a big help on grass, and I'm using pretty well this week.
Willie?
How would you describe what it's like to play against Djokovic and what your thoughts are on his place in the history of the sport?
Of course, I played him many times in different stages, even big ones, like of course 2 times in French Open. I beat him 1 time in Monte Carlo. Then I lost all the others. But I have to say, with Nole, I always found it, after the match, I always finish with a lesson. And of course, the last match was really a intense match from both players, and really stressful match. So what I have to say, against him, you are probably more stressed because he's probably the best player ever, or one of the best players ever. And you walk on court with a different mentality, but as I said before, I think if I play in a certain way, I could have my shot in the next round.
Okay. Last one in English. Did you have a question? Do you have a question?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah.
And Liz Perkins, Daily Express. It's not every day that we see Queen Camilla swapping from centre court to go to No.1 Court and doing the Mexican wave for you. I just wondered what your thoughts were on that, and also if you could reflect about the semi-final as well, and it's not every day you reach that stage of Wimbledon and what it means to you.
Honestly, I didn't know about that because it was so crowded that I couldn't see, not even my friends. So I'm really glad that she was there. I didn't have the opportunity to meet her, and would be an honor for me, to be playing in front of such a big person as her. And of course, yeah, for me it's a kind of magic day for me. Probably one of the, after I have to say the birth of my son, I will put in the second position today for my career. Of course, for my career is the best day of my life.
Okay, we have a lot of Italians here, so we're going to switch to Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ciao.